As a white woman who really loves black men, who's dating a black man, married to a black man, I'm so tired of the overplayed stereotype that, like, we're gonna end up single mothers. Don't be shy.
A lot of famous black men artists, and they started off with black women and eventually went to a different race.
Man can love and cherish his mother and at the same time not want to date black women.
Basically have ended marriage in the black community. Nobody will get married to them. They abort half their babies.
Own race of men do not find you attractive anymore.
What if we call the Asian ones pick-me-goes?
Brother on my arm, no brother on your own.
I did not realize how hated black men were by black women until I did my series. My husband was raised by a single mom, and this is what I've learned. And then I did another video, Black Men in Therapy, and the comments from black women, wow, color me surprised. I kept receiving comments full of skepticism from men saying, are you really trying to give us grace? Are you really trying to understand us? And when I saw the women comment, I went, oh, wow, now it's starting to click. And it saddened me, but I now understand. And a lot of them brought up generalizations about black men creating broken homes and leaving more baby mamas and babies out there. But I feel like millennials and Gen Z are swinging the pendulum the other way from Xers and boomers because they're trying to be in their children's lives. They're not trying to have these broken homes. They're trying to make it work with their partners. So now I understand comments like this, but I'm a big advocate for all men's healing.
Yeah, so they're still holding over our heads what was done in the past. Ain't that something? Seems like trauma from their mama, right? Oh, these men ain't no good. That man was doing whatever, ended up in jail. Those days are over. The streets are dead. Like no guy wants any parts of that. But what's happening? Guys see that. Guys see they don't really like us. So what are guys doing?
Only race of women who actually should fear the fact that they are losing their men. And you guys want to blame white women, you want to blame Asians, you want to blame everybody but yourselves. And this is the part where black women have to finally take accountability for their actions, their demeanor, for everything that they have done. Because you can't blame, oh, black men don't like black women. No, it's proven that they do. They will fuck the shit out of a black girl. They will stare at you in public. They want you bad, baby. But they're not going to put up with the pride, the ego, and all the narcissism. They're not going to put up with you being married to them and acting like a single bitter baby mama while in the fucking relationship. It doesn't make sense. It's like your behavior is so wild and reckless that your own race of men do not find you attractive anymore. So when that white girl was telling her sister everything she needed to do, she said, oh, make sure that he's the prize. I go look in the comments, surprise, surprise. Here are the black women. Oh, he don't like black girls. My daughter has a 4.0. My daughter has this. They're naming all the attributes that their daughter has to show that she is equal to him. What about the attributes that she has that is going to support and complete him? They're not saying they're going to lay down their egos. They're not saying, oh, like, I'm here for my man. I'm not going to support him. I'm not going to give it all up to make sure that he is happy and successful. They didn't say anything like that. The white girl was talking about everything her sister, who is also a college student, needed to do to secure that man in her future. She was telling her how to behave to become a wife, not a baby mama for a check. And that's where the difference is. So again, yes, black women, we appreciate that you are you're so educated, you're in school, you have your own house, you have a job, you have all these things, but at the end of the day, a man has those things times two. He makes way more than you. So now what do you bring to the table? And then they say, well, I am the table. Okay. And you can keep believing that, and you can die alone with your dog or your generations of other women with you who have no man as well. But these white women, these Asian women, these Afghan women, they are going to keep snatching up black men left and right.
Brother on my arm, no brother on your own.
Because we're just leaving them on the table. They're free game.
Yeah, and it's going to keep happening. But what's going on wrong, what the main argument is, they won't get with regular guys anymore. That's the problem. And they shout it to the mountaintops and say, well, guys always say, why don't you meet me where I'm at? That's what you should do. Why am I saying this, right? Because You getting your college degree. And you see the videos. I've even showed the videos on my channel. They're coming out of college saying they're getting paid less than the white people that went to college as well. You're getting paid less, and then you're shunning a man that became a plumber and is making the same, if not more than you. You won't get with that guy and build with him. The smart ones do. But so many nowadays are not smart. And that's the issue. And that's what men are going through. Right? I spoke with a guy, did a consultation with a guy last week. Right? And what's happening right now is even those jobs are hard to find jobs in. Blue collar workers. It's getting bad out there. And then it's getting bad for black females. You see what's happening. I think they may turn the other cheek, but I think not. You can tell from the videos. A lot of people say, don't pay attention to what happens on social media. Well, what happens on social media is really playing out in real life. Because everything you see us talking about is going on.
Basically have ended marriage in the black community. Nobody will get married to them. They abort half their babies, so they don't have to have children any longer. If a man does make a mistake and marry one, 85% of them then file for divorce. 85% of all divorces come from black women in the black community. Then they can get the man in family court to get him with child support, takes children away, spousal support, and then she can just go ahead for any reason to put a restraining order on him and keep him from seeing his children and going on his property anymore for the rest of his life. And he hasn't done anything wrong except marry her. And then on top of that, she's got the welfare state that'll give her Section 8 housing, EBT, SNAP, free medical care. She just kick him out. She got what she want. Even got no fault divorce. He doesn't have to have done anything wrong for you to divorce him. I just don't want to be married no more. So that's why a lot of them run around these hyphenated names now, because, they got 1 foot in, 1 foot out anyway, right? Black woman got what she wanted. And, got gun control. You don't want to defend yourself if you're black in America now. You want to be ducking and dodging and let the drug dealers and everything, control the streets and let the police be able to come in and take everything you want. And that's one of the things you need to understand. You look in Iran, and people are asking in America, why the Iranians don't take over their government? They don't have any guns. You complain about the police chasing you, then you give the power to the police to kill you, and you give your guns away, and you call that justice. You got your socialism. That's what you asked for, right? Because that's really what black liberation is. You got your heroes. They let you have them. Who are the black heroes? MLK, Obama, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Dan Crump, Mal Bryant. A cavalcade, a clown car of some of the most ignorant jokers ever walked the face of this earth.
But that's going on. And what black men are saying is I'd rather deal with this. And it's not just one race. But let's continue.
Yes, she said yes, and it's not a flex for them to date black men. So if they do, they go for the best they can get. It's looked down on in their community. Really, really quick story before I go in. So all of my folks are from Mississippi. I remember this was a long time ago. I was probably a child. And so there was a football player that went pro, and black man, and he married a white woman, and they're both from Mississippi. I shit you not. At the wedding, the new father-in-law, the white father-in-law, pulled the black football player husband to the side and said, I don't care how much money you make, you will always be a fill in the blank. Now you tell me, how small would you feel if your new father-in-law told you that? Now, mind you, this girl, her family got coin too. And if y'all ever watched 30 for 30 on ESPN, then you'll know a lot of these black athletes do not manage money well, and they don't know how to grow money either. So for her father to say that he knows you have money, but you don't have long money. And her family has long money, even to this day. Now, I don't know if they're still married or whatever, but I cannot imagine. I could, as a man, I couldn't imagine being told that. Like, do you even have balls after that?
Yeah. And, that is an unfortunate situation. But if something like that happens, you have to test those waters early. Like, he should have met the father way before he decided to propose. You should have asked for her hand in marriage. When he said something like that to me, and I asked for her hand in marriage, because I wouldn't have got it. Saying something like that, we can't get married. I'm gonna find somebody else whose family appreciates me. And that's what guys do. Guys go across these waters, right? When I first got around my wife's family, what happened before I got married to her? I met her father, right? What are you doing? Why didn't you meet her father? Why didn't you meet her mother? Why didn't you meet her sister? That's on him. So anybody out here, if you're just banging somebody, it's different. But when you're making them, if you're really feeling them, meet the family. Because you can't be out here getting with people mixing races and not race mixing because we're all one. But still, you guys know what I'm talking about. That's his fault.
Not relate to this, please do not insert yourself when I say what I'm about to say. Okay? As a black young woman, I get discouraged at the idea that I will not be able to experience black successful, not even unconditional love, but real love without infidelities, without cheating, without me having to constantly forgive my partner. I get really sad when I watch football, basketball, whatever the case may be, and there are more white women married to black men, more light-skinned women, more racially ambiguous women married and happy with black men than I see black women. I get really sad when I look at a lot of famous black men artists and they started off with black women and eventually went to a different race, went to a lighter skin color. That shit makes me really discouraged. I am scared after looking at all these black successful lonely women that if I want to experience success, that it might have to come at the cost of infidelities and God knows what else. Like when I think of like all the people that are in happy loving relationships as black love power couples, the list seems like it gets smaller and smaller. I am literally so sad.
They want it all. They want to go to college and then not meet the man in college, right? Because they're not at the colleges with these men. Number one, you're not willing to do the thing these white ladies are doing. And not just white ladies, interracial couples. And some guys meet them outside, but maybe they went through some trauma. And how guys feel to save the trauma for your mama, because that's who's giving you the trauma. Go to college, don't worry about those mans. These females are in college showing the man, I like you and I want you. So when a girl first started the video and said black men are going where they're loved, and unfortunately it's not to a black woman, it was a black woman that said it. Go figure, right? Seems like she has a head screwed on right. She knows what the problem is, and she's one of the ones that makes content about it. She has a lot of videos talking about what's really going on. But a lot of you are like her, and you want the dream because you were told by your mother the dream. Go be successful. You're gonna get the man later. No, you're not. And then he sees you with the booker in your nose, the golden booker, and goes, I don't want it. I don't want that. That's not attractive to a man. Seriously. I'm looking at you right now with the golden booker in your nose. Come on, this girl doesn't look that attractive. For real. The glasses are fine, but your glasses, you look like a, what do you call it, guys? It looks nerdy. Nothing sexy about those. See, they got sexy glasses, and then they got this. So she's saying she wants black love, right? And then I'm looking at her nails right now. She got hoochie mama nails in. So I'm looking at you going, see, look at that. Examine. That's what men do. Examine everything. Because there's something out there. I gotta say this. There's so many black athletes with black women, right? And they're dark skinned as well. They're out there. It's just you're focusing on the ones that don't have them. And that's a problem. It is. I'm getting sick of it.
Already gave you the time and the place. Don't be shy.
Has to show up like mine, but I'm saying don't straighten it and then don't wear fake hair. That's it. No fake hair, no straight hair. That's it. That shouldn't be too hard to adhere to. Or is it too hard to?
I think it's only so hard for me to adhere to because it's coming out of a man's mouth.
I knew it. Okay.
And because it sounds too much like a demand, like you're telling me how to wear my hair. And when I'm telling you that my hair is literally an accessory to my outfit that day, it's really not that deep.
It is that deep,
And
though.
it may have was that deep, but it's completely removed at this point. Like, it's genuinely just an accessory. If it's that deep, I could wear my braids in the house with you, that type of thing. Like, your girl could just wear her braids under her, that would be under her wig, outside in the house with you, and that would be true beauty.
My girl personally would not be doing any of that. I wouldn't stand for it.
This is an issue. It truly is. Men are saying they want to see you in your natural state, and there's ladies that do it. There's black females that twist up their hair. It's short at first, and then it grows, and it's beautiful. They have some beautiful, long flowing twists, right? And then you have ladies out there that keep their hair natural and maybe frazzled up because that's your hair. And it grows long, and then it just starts growing. You see girls out there like that, and you go, yeah, looks all right. Because that's you. The man is saying, be you. I see females do it all the time. I like it, actually. Right? You see girls, and what happens is they leave it alone, but they still do it up to where it's nice, but then it starts growing because you're not putting all that processed garbage in your hair. And under that bonnet right now, which I'm sure he's probably egged with because you shouldn't be wearing it out in public, but under that bonnet, I bet you she has weave in. Crazy.
As a white woman who really loves black men, who's dating a black man, married to a black man, I'm so tired of the overplayed stereotype that, like, we're gonna end up single mothers. Because let's just be honest, a lot of black men are amazing fathers.
Bunny has then snow.
And a lot of white men, they're not great fathers. Okay? It just is what it is. But a lot of that stereotype really comes from their insecurity. A lot of them probably like watching BBC, like the British Broadcasting Channel, if you know what I mean. So I think it stems from that.
End up chasing those guys. When she said the BBC, it's not just that. They're chasing the wrong guys. And they're not dating the right black men. And what's happening is the degenerates in her community. And I'm sure if she found a different white man, the same thing, right? It's just that she bumped into some bad ones. But she knows that. You see the difference? She knows that. You ladies are you want the guy that gets all the girls to be good. And that's just not going to happen. And that's what's going on. That's the argument between men and women, but they don't see it. They don't see that. Why can't Tyrone act right? He's never going to act right when everybody's giving it up.
Through your head, wrap your psyche around. A black man can love and cherish his mother and at the same time not want to date black women. So the first thing a black woman says is, oh, you must hate yourself. You must hate your mama if you don't want to date black women. He loves his mother because she birthed, raised, and nurtured him for his entire life. He don't love her because she's a black woman. He loves her because she's his mother. He don't care. I don't care what she is. She can be a chimpanzee. It doesn't matter. She's nurtured him his whole life, and she deserves his love. That don't mean he want to date a black woman. He ain't got to date his mama. He ain't got to be attracted to his mama. He ain't got to put up with his mother every day and her attitude and her mood swings and all of that. He didn't get a chance to choose his mother, but he can choose his mate. And if he don't want a black woman, that ain't got nothing to do with what he feels about his mother or any other black women in his life. He can love his mother, his godmother, his aunts, his grandmother, his sisters, and everybody else. And that don't mean he want to date them. Every time a black man don't want us, here we go. Oh, he's sassy. He down low. He must be gay. He commitment shy. Here go my favorite one. Who hurt you? He ain't hurt just because he don't want to date us. Y'all hurt because they don't want to date us. You got it? Good.
Said by a black woman. The title, this title, it came from the black woman. She made a video about it. I said, okay, I'm going to make this title that. Right? And then another one saying black men love their mothers. It takes females with sense. I showed. Think about it. Think about what I just showed. Because I got someone yesterday said, oh, you just talking about black woman. Like, no, you always got black woman's name in your mouth. No, that's not the case. That's why I made it a point to put them in the video. Because it's black woman talking about it. And what did I say? You guys saw it. I do this because, you got people that come in and chime in. But I say it every video. There's good ones, as you see here, right? And then there's bad. And not all the bad. It's like it could be like around 60-40. It's not crazy like that. But still, what's wrong with a lot of that 40, right, is they're mixed up with, you heard the girl, oh, I want to be able to get my career. Yeah, you got that problem too, right? They may not be dealing with the pookies, but they want to get the man and want the man to put up with. They're not. Actually, I'm saying it wrong. They want to get the higher upper echelon man and want to get him after they work on themselves. When these men are falling for ladies while they're growing, they're not in the NFL yet. That's when they're locking these girls down. Like, I look at brothers like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, right? You know how long he had his girl? What was it? Since he was young, right? A lot of guys, that's what they're going through. They actually love these women. So you can't sit there and go, oh, I don't see any hope. There is hope if you take the same route they did. You down with a man since for so long and you stick by his side, that's commitment. That's what men want.
Miko, it's amazing. Everybody's saying pick Miko now. Here's the story of how that word was born. So I was messing around. I was making a video about pick me's in general. And because I had heard Shira 7 put a sh at the end of that word, that's what I did. But I hadn't actually realized that that word was a word that was specific for black women. And then, oh my God, I forget his username, but there was a black man in my comments who came out and said like, hey, maybe you should come up with a different word because that word is specific to black women. And I was like, oh my God, oops. So I sat down about it for like 5 minutes and then I was like, oh my God, what if I changed the sh to an ending that was in more Asian women's names? And then I said to that commenter, like, hey, what if we call the Asian ones pick Mikos? And he loved it. So then I made a video about pick Mikos. It went viral. And now everybody's saying pick Miko to refer to Asian women pick me's.
Brother on my arm, no brother on your arm.
And it was all because someone called me out and I was like, oops. And then we had South Asians say that they wanted a car at the end of pick me, which had me rolling. And then some Latino people came in and said, what if we put the suffix like ina? I'm dying. This word has taken on a life of its own. But I just wanted to say that this is what can happen when people call you out and you listen instead of doubling down. And they're usually so nice about it after you go, oops, sorry. And then you learn something and then you just don't do it again.
Wow. Okay. I have something for you, babe. Okay. You're a pick Miko. Okay. You're a pick Miko. You're a pick Miko.
Pick me.
Pick Miko. That's the Asian version.
You pick me.
Pick Miko.
What's pick Miko?
No, pick Miko, because pick Misha is a black woman.
Pick Miko.
Like, cause what's her name? Shara 7 said.
I'm pick me too.
No, I know. Pick Miko. They call it pick Miko. The girl, you're gonna hear it in the video. Okay. We got it. You're pick Miko, and the Latinas are pick Minas, and the Asian girls are pick me cars. But you know what? I gotta say this, right? Even for the black females, the ones they call pick Mishas, right? You guys see what I'm getting at? The two black females that were in my video calling out the hypocrisy, right? Will be called pick Mishas. This girl right here is a pick Miko, right? And I've seen a lot of pick Minas in my life, like the Latinas. Pick me cars too, yeah. They're out there. That's what guys are trying to see. We want pick Mikos, pick Minas, maybe some pick me cars, right? Why not? And some pick Mishas. But we damn sure ain't picking you. Because as the lady said, black men are going to where they love, and unfortunately, it's not to a black woman. It would be to a black woman, maybe a pick Misha. Let's go.
Relationship with black people. On the one hand, we love them. At the same time, I feel like some Chinese people are racist against black people. Like my dad, he told me that if I ever date a black guy, he'll disown me. Like where I'm from, it's once you go black, you never go back home. Yeah, my Asian girls can relate. Yeah, my mom's also the same. But my mom knows that I had a black boyfriend when I was in China. And when I broke up with my boyfriend, my mom's like, you have to delete all of his pictures. You cannot tell anyone that you dated this black guy because everybody's gonna think that his big black has brightened your Asian. The Asian good guys are not gonna marry you. I don't know.
It's really like that. It's really like that. And it's like black men have this like own space in guys' heads. It's sad. I don't like seeing it, right? Because you have it same thing in the white community. Every community is like that. It's sad, but it's because of corn. People have watched too much corn. They watch corn grow all the time. Corn. It's crazy to watch corn grow. You're sitting there for months, but people watch corn their entire life. Since they're young kids, they come across some corn and see, oh, BBZ. Scars them for life.
At first, I didn't understand it. But I understand now why these women are out here questioning their worth. I understand now why these women are out here believing that they are not worthy of a good man. I understand now why these women are so frustrated with men that they're actually switching over to women. I understand now why these women have to be so hard and so independent and so masculine. I get it now. We live in a world where a woman can get all dialed up. Money right, body right, mind right, and these men won't even approach y'all in public. These weird and scary and feminine bad bitch era men have the nerve to sit back and want you to chase them. They have the nerve to be so full of themselves that they won't even pay you a fucking compliment. They won't open a car door. They won't open a door to a gas station. They won't even think that they're supposed to carry your bags. Are y'all that sick in the mind that now all of a sudden when your wife comes home from the grocery store, she got to bring all the groceries in too? She's supposed to take the trash out too? She's supposed to do the oil changes as well? Then you wonder why they don't submit. Then you wonder why she's not sexually attracted to you or active like she used to be. How can she? She has to juggle a 9 to 5, juggle the groceries, cook, clean, suck dick, submit. She's tired. Then you wonder why they get to a point where they sick and tired of men. I'm sick and tired of you.
I don't feel sad about it because it wasn't him that wrote this. I get why women don't like men anymore. It was a female that saw what he said and said, I get why women don't like men anymore. They hate black men. And what's going on? Why is that? Because for the past 10 years, it's been about 15, 20, maybe more, but it was on a low. But I'm talking about on the internet. It was the grand awakening. The world got to know the traumas. The trauma given to you by your mama. I say that for a reason, because the trauma comes from their mama. I don't say that because of raps. Crazy. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Also, I got to make that video. I'm back home. I'm back in the province. I'm going to make that video tomorrow to where every time I want to let it be known how I can help you make money online and also how I can show proof of what I did for 15 years. This is proof, guys. I can show proof of it. I'm qualified to talk about these things. I've been working online almost since the internet started. Seriously, I do this. I teach guys how to work online, also how to hire others to work for you, how to work for less, make more. I'm talking about, I don't want to say the price they're making, but with the gigs I show, you can make like 500 from 100 to 500. And if people are making 10, cake. I repeat, 100 to 500. People are making 10, less, most definitely less, cake. Be sure to check me out. I have the link in the description. But other than that, thank y'all for watching. Peace out. See you next video.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.